Now for you from Switzerland, Mark White joins us in the studio.
Very worrying development. Reports of a stabbing attack that's taking place at a train station at Winterthur, which is northwest of Zurich, involving a man apparently who's gone on the rampage, stabbing multiple people. You can see the images there that appear to show the moments after the stabbing attack, a man suspect running down the street. And according to eyewitnesses, this man was heard shouting multiple times, Allahu Akbar, as he stabbed and then ran off. At the moment, we're told of 4 people with knife injuries. No word on how significantly injured they are, but there is a very heavy police presence, as you would imagine. Paramedic vehicles are there triaging those that have been injured. According to local law enforcement, a 31-year-old man was arrested at or near the scene in connection with this. Whether this is a suspect or not, that's not been confirmed. But these, as I say, very concerning reports of a stabbing attack, a man who is reported to have stabbed at least 4 people. There were significant crowds outside this busy train station, including young children, could be seen on the video as well at the time. And a 31-year-old man now in custody in connection with this. Eyewitnesses reporting that as the attacker was seen running away, he was shouting Allahu Akbar, God is great, of course, in Arabic, multiple times.
I was just going to ask Mark, Switzerland, I'm just looking it up here, largely spared major Islamic-style terror attacks thus far.
Yes, but of course in other parts of Northern Europe and around Sweden, they've got a very significant problem. I mean, there have been incidents in Switzerland in recent years as well. There's barely a country in Europe that has not been touched by Islamist terrorism. We don't know, obviously, given that we are hearing about reports that this man had shouted Allahu Akbar. Attention is obviously turning to the possibility of this being an Islamist attack, inspired attack. That will come out in the fullness of time. But security services throughout Europe are on heightened alert at the moment because there has been quite an uptick in the number of terror-related incidents in multiple countries that have been linked back to the conflict in Gaza and the wider Middle East, also involving the likes of the war in Iran. That has got the security services in this country and elsewhere in Europe very concerned. You'll remember that our terror threat level, which was substantial just a few weeks ago, was raised to severe, meaning that a terrorist attack is highly likely in the weeks and months ahead. So a great deal of concern, and this will be monitored by police and security services across Europe as to what unfolded here at about 8 a.m. in the morning local time.
Mark, do you think any European nations are rethinking the Schengen arrangement? Because, of course, Switzerland has very strict immigration policies. Of course, they have a lot of foreign nationals living in the country because they're the headquarters for a lot of international organisations. But in terms of non-Western immigration, I think just about 6% of the population is from other parts of the world. It's pretty strict in terms of work visas, but they are part of the Schengen Agreement, which means essentially they have open borders.
Yeah, and we've seen actually around Germany and some other countries, there has been a move of late to increasing certain checks. So it's not full sort of border security checks when you enter another country like Germany, but more police patrols, sporadic stopping and checking of vehicles coming across the border and into their countries. But yeah, it's very difficult under Schengen to, reinstitute proper border checks. That would fly against what the European Union project is, and I'm sure there would be stiff resistance to that. But there is a significant problem in Europe, which is the free passage of very extremist individuals who might domicile in one country but want to go out and carry out some form of violent extremism in another country, they've got that ability at the moment to move relatively freely throughout Europe.
Welcome back to Britain's Newsroom. It's 20 minutes to 11.
Well, Mark,